So you may have had the experience of being in a workout class or watching a fitness video and you've been told to engage your core or engage your abs. And you may have thought, I'm not quite sure how to do that. Well, today I'm going to take you through a little exercise that's going to help you feel how to contract your core, how to engage it, and how to get your trunk working. So I'm just starting here on the mat. I have a box which my feet are going to lie on, and I have a little just pad for my head. You could get a small pillow or even a towel that's folded up. You can put that underneath your head. And for your feet, you could have a step stool or some books. Even a coffee table would work, some place to place your feet. So you're going to set your mat up that way. You're going to lie down on your back, and your feet are going to be here on top of the box. Okay, I'm going to scoot back just a little bit. So I'm setting myself up so my feet are resting on the box. My thigh is not quite at a 90. Here would be a 90. My thighs are dropped a little bit beyond, less than 90. So like more towards 45. If you remember math, right? 0 degrees, 90 degrees, you would keep going. You would be increasing the degrees. This is lessening. So you're here, and you're just lying here on your back. And maybe just take a breath. And then just noticing which parts of your back are touching. It shouldn't necessarily feel like your back is flat, right? Because we have curves in our spines. We have this natural curvature of the back. So if you're just kind of noticing and feeling in your back, you may feel, hopefully your tail, your sacrum is grounded, your ribs are grounded, and then the middle of your head is grounded. There's a space in your neck, right? Your neck is not flat, and your lower back is not totally flat. Yeah? And nothing's really working, right? This is very passive, and you can feel relaxing, just to kind of be here, and that's great. So we always want to start from a place of relaxation. Now, we're just going to do a simple move. We're just lifting the feet away from the box, and the thighs at the same time are going to draw up so that they are at this 90-degree angle. Now you may have noticed something. Just going from this passive rest with your feet on the box up into the air, some muscles are firing. And you guys start to feel your belly. Yeah? If you do not feel your belly, do not be alarmed. We're going to try it again. You're going to place your hand on your stomach. You're going to lower your legs back down. Now you're not telling your belly to work. I didn't say use your core to lift your legs. This is an automatic response unless there is something mechanically that's not right with your body, which I'm sure there is nothing wrong. This is going to be the response that happens. You're going to feel your belly as you lift your legs. Yeah? So let's try it again. We'll try lifting the legs up. And then immediately, as the feet get light from the box and come into the air, you'll feel something happening in your torso. If we were to continue drawing the legs into your chest, and you're still feeling with your hands on your belly, what happens to your belly? Well, it most likely relaxes. Yeah? So there's no load. This has to do with physics, gravity, the weight of your legs, versus the weight of your trunk. Yeah, so it has to, there's this equal loading that's happening as we move our legs in space. From here, if we progress back to this tabletop position, and we keep our hands on our belly, or even if we have our arms now by our sides, we'll feel, oh, something's happening, it's responding. And then if we were to lower the legs back down to the box, and rest, we feel that it relaxes. Let's try that again. We can take a breath, and then on our exhale, we're going to lift the legs up to tabletop. Try allowing the thighs to fall back towards your chest. You'll feel, oh, your belly's relaxing. Now, if you're very tight in your hips, your thighs can't fall, you might not get to that place of relaxation. But if you're loose enough in your hips that your legs can fall back towards your chest, you're going to feel that your belly relaxes. And if you can't go very far, then we would need to do a little stretching for your hips. So that would be a different video. If we're continuing here, the legs are back up towards tabletop, we're feeling the load. Yeah? and we lower back down. Now, why is it loading in our belly? Well, it's loading in our belly in order to keep our spine stable. So it's a good thing then to ask yourself, is my spine stable as I do this, right? Am I arching my back? Am I destabilizing my spine? And the place you really want to feel, right, if there's stability or lack thereof, is in your rib cage. So check out your ribs. Notice what your ribs do. And this is pretty basic, so you might feel stable in your spine as you do this. Let's go ahead and lift the legs up once again. Check for any instability in your spine. We're just going to tabletop. Now, as the legs move away, again, we want to think equal and opposite. As those thighs start moving away from your center of gravity, there needs to be equal loading through our trunk in order to stabilize our spines. If I was to just hold it here, right, you guys were to hold it here, you'd start to feel like, oh yeah, something's working. It's really working. And it's working to keep you grounded and on the mat. And if you're not grounding, if you're feeling that your back is arching or your ribs are lifting up, lean your spine down. And you'll feel that your abdominals work here as a byproduct. Go ahead and try that again. Let's inhale. Exhale as you lift the legs up. Check in with your lower ribs. Is that connected down and onto the floor? Start to lower the legs. The moment the legs move away, feel your spine down. Feel your ribs down. Hold it. Are your ribs up or are they down? Lower a little bit more. Keep your ribs down. Keep your ribs down. Keep your ribs down. And then you're going to find your way to the box. Now, I'm going to come up and I'm going to move the box away so we can progress this a little bit further. Get this out of here. Okay. So I have my box away from the mat, and now I can go a few more degrees here. I can allow my feet, instead of being up on this bolster, right, to go all the way down to the floor, which means there'll be more loading and more work for my core, for my abdominals. Arms are here by your side. You're going to inhale here. On your exhale, instead of lifting 2 feet, let's just lift 1. And then we'll lift the other. We're going to lower the right leg down. Good. If you were just to hover here, again, you're feeling the load. Now with just 1 leg instead of 2. And then the other leg goes down. Obviously, 2 legs is harder than 1. There's more load, there's more weight of both legs, there's more pull on our torso. Let's lift the left leg up. Let's lift the right leg up. Hold it. See if you can connect to your lower rib cage. Keeping your weight down in your ribs, so you're not going to let your focus leave this spot. Your lower rib cage stays grounded as your left leg goes down, and then your right leg. Let's try that again. We go right leg up. We go left leg up. We keep the lower ribs down. Right leg goes down. Left leg goes down. Left leg lifts up. We keep the lower ribs grounded. Right leg comes up. Left leg goes down. Right leg goes down. This is just about focus, kind of feeling into your body, understanding the mechanics of your body, and then using that to just be more efficient in your workout. So I didn't at any point in time really say fire up your belly. The cues I'm giving you are about leaning into your spine, because it's much easier to feel how we can push and roll and lean into our environment rather than to think about like contracting, yeah? So you're contracting by leaning. Right leg is gonna come up, left leg is gonna come up. Now we can use our head like a bolster, like a prop, just like we did the box. So we're gonna interlace the fingers and you're gonna curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Now the weight of the head is helping you to anchor. It's helping your ribs to stay grounded. We're going to try right leg down. We're going to try left leg down. You'll feel it's a little easier with your head up. It's easier to stay connected to the floor. And I'm just lifting 1 leg up at a time. I'm feeling this transfer of weight. Obviously, when the second leg lifts, that's when I really got to be connected and grounded. But now that we have our head up, right? And just that we're helping to leverage ourselves, we're helping our load, we're helping our stability with the weight of the head. We could try both legs down. And we could try both legs up. And then we could try both legs down. And then we could try both legs up. Try one more. Now I'm only going as far as I can stabilize. When I start to feel like my back is lifting, I'm returning back to my tabletop position. One more. Stay there. I want you to work on the breath with this. We inhale as we go down. We exhale as we return. We inhale as we go down. We exhale as we return. Now I can use my breath, my inhale, to help me anchor as well, to feel my rib cage down. I inhale as the legs go down. I exhale to come back up. I inhale down. I exhale to return. I'm feeling a big burn. Last one. I'm going to rest my head. I'm going to let my knees fold into my chest. If I wanted to make this harder, right, I gave you guys some ways to make it easier by adding the box or lifting the head, neck, and shoulders. I can try with my head down, right? If I'm going down and up, and I'm keeping my head grounded, it's harder to keep my ribs down because I don't have that support of the head, I don't have the weight. Try one more like this. And you can always touch with your hands to kind of get a feel for what's happening. If I extended my legs, just see if you could just extend the legs up, excuse me, and point and flex the feet. And then keeping the legs extended, let's try interlacing the fingers and lifting the head up for a little support. You're going to lower the legs, and then lift the legs. And again, I'm trying to stay on that anchor of the lower ribs. And then you can rest. You guys feeling this? If I was to make it even harder, I would keep my head down, I'd have my legs long, and then if I was to go all the way down and up and stay on this anchor, that would be the hardest. Obviously, both legs hovering just over the floor. If I had both legs long and I had my spine down and my head down, that would be progressing this idea, this concept even further and making it more challenging. I hope that's helpful. Use these tips when you're thinking about your tabletop and how to connect to your belly. It's all through your spine and leaning your spine into the floor. All right, take good care. Thank you.